I think just fine. Sorry for the little delays. We're about to start. This is Mrs. Inke. This is IK. Did it work? Hmm? Check it.
Okay, just spotlight.
One, two. I get to me.
This corner, yeah. What of those, this light they will for this corner? Put all those lights, so the thing will get this thing. No. Leave on. You do okay like this. Leave on the blue, leave on for the blue.
Let them be light and there was light. Now I tell you. What is one? This one. Okay, this one. This one. This one.
The live, yeah.
Cosmos.
Live, yeah.
No, where the one
No, as in this changes. You know the enter switch, this changes.
See, only one way would they move now when person the one answer question.
Start all over again.
Then that's good.
Then that one will be different for close up. That is
Yes.
that is first.
You keep this mic off where you want to. Anybody that want to use it. So, please, can we have a seat?
Now
Now you're in charge of cam. Who is the provost? You are the provost. So your own seat. You are the one. The essence of being a provost is to ensure that the class does not exceed 1 hour. Maybe passing on mic to whoever. You are the one. There are some points. If you want the event to break, just it gives you sign to don't break. Every 5 minutes, let's say every 5 minutes, we're going to do like 30 seconds to play this. I think we are seeing your screen. Are you seeing your screen? Your screen is PGM. Just anyway you fit join the live. Then put a sister here so that we will see when it don't go off. Flip later a sister here. No, just connect to the YouTube now live. Are you good? So this is the hello. This is the mic. Anybody that wants to answer or say anything, this is what you use. And those that are likely to say things. Now if you think they want to say something. Just enter our page on YouTube. You go see our meeting just so that we feel see waiting your call.
But that was back no noise.
Please see there. Let me see how it looks like.
Who put this f-stop to 10? Too much now. I make everything we just did. See if we'll come down to 5 small.
Look everything show now. No, look.
You will see the roughness of everything we did here. Things will go so small.
For wide angle. Wide angle, you need to do that kind of thing. Now when you put your Your screen. Níbo? Your, this is now. Check for all the sounds. Why is that thing shaking? Hold on. Are you ready? So how do I switch? Okay, this one. You did not add those 10. There is this other one I listed. Okay, the 10 they are complete. You didn't add the last one I gave you. Sorry. Responsibleness is not there. Dispensable, sorry. Okay. Enter GAF multimedia. Yes. YouTube. You see us going live. Please come sit, let me see how it looks like. Why is that thing doing like that now? Huh? That thing is not supposed to be shaking. Charger, make sure you're getting my sound. If not, you are stuck.
You don't touch your app so that
Man, give a headset. Give a headset. You can give a headset. So, okay. This one are wide. Then this one is facing me. Wait to see. This one is facing me. Then this one is taking. Wait now. Let me explain what we want. This is wide. This one is just a speaker. This one is master. Let it be of me talking. Then this one you are roving with this. It's movable. Tripod. You are moving. You are taking people's faces, reactions. And this one is covering the event. Yes. Yes. It's not that you move and be moving up and down.
Is it pan left or right?
You can pan anyhow, just normal videographer this thing. You can get close. See, you can get close, but don't enter this shot. It is clear. See, no play test. We don't have time. This one wide. This one speaker. This one people. Everybody, this one are people. This particular one people. I can label it for you.
So I already get the FC. But you need to get.
This is not this is white for y'all. This is white for y'all.
Just be moving. See. See. Just see. I want all of them to be on the same line. I don't want those plenty settings. If you start changing it now, you force this thing to go back. If the cameraman is losing. It's live, right?
Stop.
Hi.
No, what you're talking with is the lapel line.
Have you gone live?
Yes, that's not showing now. Where is that? I'm not going live to picture.
Okay, you've not gone live on picture.
Just say internet is a little bit late.
And then check the mics. This one. Hello, 1 2 1 2. Are you getting this? You put it on. Is anybody that want to off it will off it here. Keep it on. 1 2 1 2. Are you getting me? Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So. Yes. This one is still. Anybody that wants to talk, you put it on. I'm offing it.
Okay, it's to mute it now, not to off it.
There's the mute. There's the mute.
One distance.
Show him how to mute and unmute. So, can you get my mic?
Yeah.
We're good to go, right? Let's write down. Check. Mic check. Jaja, confirm if that link is still okay. Let me try. Yes, what is that? Okay, send me the link that is going. Please, everybody mute your phones. And the problem why I get to this YouTube. Jaja, what is keeping us? So, Emma, Abie, hello, Nibo, this we no go want any noise. Close all the closables, let's start. Jaja, you said when you're about going live, let us know. you live? Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and not ladies, lady and gentlemen. We have a seminar, and the major essence why we are doing this seminar is for us first before we start looking at going out. So we are looking at professional work ethics and conduct. So in other words, we are also calling it orientation camp. So the essence why we are doing this seminar is, one, as an organization, we want people that are working with us, that are delivering, to continue working with us. And we also want people that are watching, what they stand to gain is that if you're working with someone or working with a group of people, if you want to keep their relationship and you want them to relate with you, I think you need to know the wherewithal. And for that reason, let me rephrase. As a brand exec, I've worked with a lot of people, and there are common errors that people carry while coming to work with us. Some don't know how to relate with people. No one is perfect. Even me as a person, there are some points where I have to work my character to be able to fit working with some certain set of people. So it is necessary that as you're working with people, or you want to work with organizations, or you want to work with companies, you know some certain do's and don'ts. And I've made mistakes from not knowing this. Do you know that if you want to get a mega job like that will get up to 10M, 20M, you do the job before the company will pay you. Company that can pay that kind of money, they require that they are not giving you a dime. You use your money to foot the job. At the end of the day, that's when they will pay you. Am I correct? For example, Total. If you do a contract with Total, this is your normal layman attitude of pay me before service. It doesn't work that way. They have steps, and you are safe, because if they end up owing you, you can sue them as a big company and they will pay. So there are so many do's and don'ts as human beings, especially freelancers, people that are coming up that they don't know. You keep arguing and fighting, but you don't know that you're actually wrong. So this is the essence why we have this class. So I said 1 hour. As an organization, we said 1 hour, but we can cut it down to 30 minutes because we all have our various businesses. So first one, we are looking at food. I'm going to relax. We're going to have a conversation. I'm not going to do as if it's one serious business we are doing. This is what we are giving out to people, and this is what we are also giving and taking from those that are working with us as organization. I'll give you a story. Every point I'm going to place down, I'm going to give story to drive it. I went to Aztec. Aztec is one of the biggest event centers in Port Harcourt. And the official photographer for the event came from Lagos. I noticed that the bride was dancing in, and him and his second shooter, we are seriously dragging food. They were in queue to get food to eat. I went there as a guest, wedding guest, but as a photographer, I learned 1 or 2. I was disappointed in him. I know him personally, and I at least expect that somebody that is paid 1 or 2 million or more for that magnitude of event. Yes, fine and good, you are a human being. At some point during the event, you get hungry, you've not eaten since morning. But the eyesight is not educated to that level to understand that you are supposed to eat. People seeing it will look down on you. So for food, we all have to be very careful when people pay us for service. In fact, some of them are so wicked that they don't expect us to eat. As in, They don't pay you, we don't pay you for service. What are you struggling to eat our food for? You understand? So food, we all have to be very careful. The first point is about food. We all have to be very careful about how we try to eat food from events. And I have to tell you the orientation about it. When I give reference, I'm going to tell you the point. We are not supposed to eat in events as professionals. That is how it has been from time. It is these days, organizations like us, we provide food for our staff before we go to work. But if there is none, you shouldn't misbehave because you have not eaten. You should not misbehave because you have not eaten. So the best thing to do is that either you get your food, carry along before going, or you eat at the end of the event. Most planned events, they will suggest that vendors eat after the event. Some will go as far as arranging food for vendors to eat at the end of the event, not during the event. Eating during the event is not professional. So we're going to take a short commercial break for 20 seconds and we'll be right back. So let's go back to number 2. Number 2. So you're welcome back from our short commercial break. Number 2, we are looking at time. For timing, as professionals, be you a photographer, videographer, event vendor, whatever aspect of work you're doing, you are likely to keep your clients if you're showing up like 1 hour before time. If you're showing up like 1 hour before time, like in our business, see the setup of these equipment, it's taking like 1 hour, if not more. So if you're coming, if the work is by 8 o'clock, you're coming exactly by that 8. You're not giving room for yourself to set up. You understand? You're not giving room for setup time. Because event does not wait for anybody. They already have a time frame. So if you're factoring your setup time to the time the event will commence, then you're actually not doing it right. So the orientation and conduct, the right thing to do is that you're supposed to be at the event 1 hour before time. And we that are running businesses like photography, studio business, we always advise people that are working with us to arrive 1 hour before time. Then all these things I'm putting to you is something that I expect, that you expect from people that you will work with. Like, if you have a studio or you run a business and you give somebody, you're telling somebody to come by 8 o'clock for work that is by 8, how possible? You're supposed to tell the person 1 hour before time. It's a human being. There are delays here and there. So, and as I'm speaking, I'm going to give room for, in case you have any question about this. Does anyone have any question or add or whatever to talk about this? Any of them? You have anything to say? You want to add or you want to minus? All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, on the food aspect, it's true, we are not supposed to eat while the event is going on. And sometimes when we leave very early, like if we are going for a wedding, you leave by 6, 7. If you don't have your own food from your own house, you will find it difficult buying food to eat by that early hours of the day. So then when the events kickstart, by the time you get to 12, see, use our body. There is no how, if your tummy is empty, that you will not break down. Definitely you will break down at some point. So if peradventure there is no food for you to eat that early hours, or you could not find anything to just eat that early hours, and during on the events your body is telling you otherwise, won't you tell your colleague, or maybe just go somewhere, hide where nobody will see you, and take something quickly and come back? I'm just asking. That's my question.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody has a counter for that or want to answer her question? Okay, for no response, I'm going to take it. What she asks is that, what if along the line, the person cannot cope with the hunger and break down? Am I correct? That is why here as organization, our head of brands should make provision for food before. In fact, what we do is that, in fact, you do it now most times. When people are working, most times, we have somebody that goes to get food, procure, like a procurement officer, to get food for people to eat. Like the last event that this man on camera handled, at some point, the guy started doing like baby, I don't hungry, you don't too much. See there. He won't die. You see? So there is nothing wrong with somebody getting hungry like that. We are humans, we are supposed to eat. You know, so when it gets to that extent, like, let me come back to that story. We got to the event, they were shooting, I was the procurement officer for that event. So, but as I was going out to get food, the people that organized the event, they asked me, where am I going? I said, I'm going to get food for my staff. They said, no, how you go get food when food plenty here? And they like that kind of story now, all those kind of talk. So I decided to sit back and wait. Do you know that I sat back, I waited for about 2 hours plus, up to 3 hours out of patience. Because I cannot, when somebody said that he's offering you something, you cannot go and be pestering the person, seeing that the person is running around busy for the event. So I waited, not knowing that long period I'm waiting, this guy is already dying. You understand? It was this man I asked, you can't wait anymore. Even when I was sending him to go and get the food, he was still telling me it's closed. I said, no need. They saw us coming and passing with our food. Because nobody care about you eating, it's you that will care for yourself. And in situations where organizations like us, like ours, will send people to go and do job, it is our duty to get food for people. But I'm telling you before God and man, when we started shooting, food is not part of it. If you cannot stay from beginning to end, you're not even good to cover an event. Me, myself. Because when people see that you are running after food, they look down on you. They don't care whether you are supposed to eat or not. They look down on you. So the best advice to do is that get your food, make sure that any brand you're working with gets you food before the event even think of starting. They should come out with food. Or in line of while people are working, there should be somebody that will provide food. If that is not the case, like the event, pre-event planning we went to, me and you, that one too goes. The planners and the organizers, they organized for food for all vendors, but that will be taken at the end of immediately at the end of the event. So if that is not provided, just do like the old pattern, how people like Ola, they used to do 10 years ago. Go hungry, go back home hungry. Go hungry. If not, you don't go to event now for your hand because of food. Especially when you are well paid. This doesn't go to only freelancers, vendors. It goes to people that are collecting job directly. Don't go and disgrace yourself because of food. I know of one caterer, for event caterer, she was complaining to me that she saw people passing. She said, this one. So if you know they are decorators people, decorators better. She was complaining to me that these ones they went to report to their Oga that she doesn't give them food when she see them at events. And the Oga, whenever they have job, whenever somebody wants to recommend that caterer, that Oga with his high level will tell the client that that person is not a good caterer. You see how people can be petty because of food. And sometimes some of these people have been paid millions. So as brand exec, you should provide food for your staff. As freelancers, you should ask for availability of food. If there's any plan for food or feeding, always ask if, apart from the payment they are giving you, they are providing food for you to avoid issue. Like look at Chris, for example, that is holding mic. Sometimes he will just be complaining. Somebody will involve me for work. No food. Let it be clear. Let your expectations be clearly stated so that your expectations will be met, or you already decide not to go and do the job. So we are good with that. Let's go to the next one. The next we have is equipment management. This one, okay, you have a question. Excuse me.
As regards time, though you made mention of clients giving an extra 1 hour before the event time to accommodate lateness, and also as vendors, you're expected to come 1 hour before the time the client gives to you. Now let's give an example now. An event is supposed to start by 9, and because the client wants to give an extra 1 hour, the client tells you the event is 8. And then you as a vendor now, because the client has said this event is 8 o'clock, you're now going 7 o'clock for an event that's supposed to start by 9 o'clock. Now I know in this part of the country we don't pay for services based on time, but to some of us or to some persons, time is a very, very important factor. I mean, time is money. You cannot say 2 hours is a whole lot, 1 hour is a whole lot. So I don't know, how do you cope with that when you now have to waste 2 hours for a job? And I believe, to me, that pattern doesn't really sit well with me. I mean, if your event is 8 o'clock, you let me know it's 8 o'clock. As a professional, I should be able to manage myself and time myself enough to know that, okay, it will take me 30 minutes to get to this place. I need to leave in 50 minutes time. At least 10 minutes or 15 minutes to accommodate any traffic delay. And then with that, I know when I can get to that event that is supposed to start by 8 without going late. So this pattern of tell me 1 hour, give me 1 hour difference, and then me myself, I'll now start giving another 1 hour, that's 2 hours. How do we handle that kind of situation? Should we just waste 2 hours like that?
Okay, you've spoken so well. You've spoken so well. Let me answer that one. You want to contribute to that?
Yes. My name is Chris. I don't know if I can actually respond, clear some points on what Mr. Felix just said. First of all, before the event, you've been briefed about the event before the day of the event, and you've been paid for the event. That means your whole day has been committed for that event. All right? So I don't think you're actually wasting time if you arrive at the event 2 hours before the event or 3 hours before the event, because your whole day is supposed to be for that event. So.
Okay. Let me contribute to that. Mr. Felix, you're committed for a job, and it's clearly stated that it's a full day. The whole day, just do it to that work. That's what I wanted to answer is what you just stated. I said, it's even your own good. If you care after your own portfolio and your portfolio, it's better that you even get there 3 hours before the event. Okay, now we are doing live stream setup. This live stream setup you're seeing, do you think is 1 hour setup? It's something that they pay us for 1 day. We have to do setup the day before that day, and we are spending 3-4 hours. Sometimes it's on that location you notice that, oh, this cord, this plug, you need to fix it, you need to get this. You start running around to Bunabali or somewhere to get it. It is more better. And you need to see how people are appearing at events. You as a professional, you'll be disappointed. I don't only attend events as a vendor. I attend events as a guest. You can imagine photographer, they come, sweat everywhere. Sweat everywhere. You see clients, you'll be looking at him. Some are so noble that they will not talk to him, but he don't already fall in hand. He don't disgrace himself. You know what it means that you don't reach, client never reach. As in, the respect and honor they will give to you. We've had our own fair share of losses going to events. 5 minutes late, somebody that is angry will transfer his aggression. Just 5 minutes late though. And you know the surprising part of it. You may be the best photographer or videographer, but you have to realize that some of your customers have anger issues. Anger issues will make them not even, they don't want to pose. They will just be giving you attitude, silly attitude. Why? Because he came late. 1 minute late is lateness, whether you like it or not. They assume you will not know the intensity of what is going on. You assume that they gave you time. But people that have paid you, especially those that have paid you so well, you have to realize that the whole day belongs to them. Even us here as an organization, sometimes I will call you and tell you that, look, we are having a half-day job. Hold on. We're having a half-day job, but no, I will not say we have a half-day job. I'll call you and say we have a full-day job, but we've been paid to do half-day job. Reason being that if somebody is paying you well, why are you not sacrificing your whole day? And some of them are so kind. They want to give you food, even if you don't want to take. The events, do you know that events add to the happiness of an individual? I know some of us that are photographers. There is one guy in Lagos, he's now in Canada. He's not doing photography because he doesn't have money. He has money, he's driving luxury cars, living in a very good apartment. He's doing it that he wants to go to event and dance and eat Owambe food in Lagos. He doesn't need your 1 million or 2 million or 500,000. You know, one of the happiest moments in most of us, our lives, are doing events. You see the pictures people come to studio and snap. You know, if you find rich the one that is snapping at events. As in, you dressed in those, that there's this aesthetics, there's this aura, there's this timing, there's this people. Some people in my community in Abonima, I think we should go to the next one. Little commercial, please. Okay, let's go back. Okay, we are back right now. Let's hear from Mr. Ola.
Okay, afternoon, everybody. I'm very sorry, just in addition to what Mr. Feli just put on ground. The thing is that I know each and every one of us, we shoot for different people. There are some people, they invite you for event of that their client have already informed them that this event is starting by 9 o'clock. I even know somebody like that, he will say by 7 o'clock. And this thing, you know, is a continually something for different events, to the extent that all the people that is working with him, they now know him that event is 10 o'clock. And Baba will tell you 7 o'clock. You will now come and sit till you waste a lot of, to the extent that each and every one of people that is working with him, whenever Baba now call them, say, this event is 7, some of them will be coming by 8 or 9, or they know that it's 10 o'clock. That's aside. And again, about they pay you for the full day. Well, some of us, we get some brand that we shoot for. This one may pay you for maybe 50,000. This one may pay you 20,000. This one may pay you 15,000. Eh? Paying you for full day. Is it by 15 or 10,000 naira from morning till night? So that's another angle to to look about.
Okay, you've spoken so well. To answer that, I think
I think the problem is, to be frank, we are not time conscious in this country. When you say they pay you for a full day is how many hours do you call a full day in a day? It doesn't mean because you pay me for a full day, I'll come 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock in the night because you pay me for a full day. I mean, this not being time conscious reflects in almost everything we do. In almost everything we do. So when you say you pay me for a full day, how many hours is a full day? And it doesn't mean that I have to now come and wait for that long. So let's look at all these things and know that if you're given a specific time, let that time be that time. Okay?
So to answer that, I think we have to work with, this will also take us down to integrity. I'm going to skip some of the parts from, instead of equipment management, I'm going down to integrity. The reason why I'm going to talk about integrity, at every point of our professionalism, we need to be straightforward to each other. Because you have workers, you are telling them always they are used to, you are telling them the work will end by 6 or 7, and at the end of the day, they stay there till midnight. You're not telling them we are doing after party. When you get to the event, you start cajoling them, we have to stay and do it. Like me as an individual, even boys I've trained that started how to operate equipment under me, I don't enslave them. I don't try to abuse the privilege of them being available for my brand and me, or maybe because I'm paying them. I think at every point, every sector, everybody needs to be straightforward, keep to their word. This comes down to integrity. I'm saying this because somebody messaged me yesterday that there's someone that wants to do an event. She's in Canada right now. Her name is Marvelous. I'll say it because it's a good thing. I'll call her name. She told me that it's after 10 years. I was shocked when I saw her message. She said somebody came to their house in Canada and saw her album, and she said she wants to have the number of people that did it, and she has an event in Nigeria. At every aspect of that job, I showed undiluted level of integrity. Timing. I'm going to arrive by 8. I was there 1 minute before 8. I was at that event. I'm going to deliver the album in 1 month. We deliver 3 weeks. I always give, as a brand exec, I always give myself time. If I'm supposed to deliver a picture by tomorrow, I know that I can finish it tomorrow. I won't tell you tomorrow. It's not in my life because I've made errors doing so. I always factor, what if maybe as I'm coming here, I have solar, I have inverter, I have NEPA, I have generator. What if all of them fails? So I give myself extra 2 days. If I'm to deliver a job tomorrow, I'll tell you 3 days. So I can relax, enjoy myself, have time for my family, and I'll still deliver on or before that time. I actually learned that from one Lagos guy. He's a photographer. I called him for a job. He's a friend. He works with us, like one brand. I called him for a job in Lagos. He told me, let him check himself, that he doesn't rush to say yes or no. I really learned a lesson from that. He called me back, Gav, I cannot do this job. If I do this job, the next day, I won't be able to deliver the job I have. I gave the job to another person, but somewhere at the back of my mind, I always have a gold placed around that guy's name. At every aspect of the event, or being a vendor, a businessman, you are going to become a poor and broke ass person if you don't learn how to keep to your word. You tell a person that you are coming and you're not coming. This generation does not have patience for those rubbish character. You're telling somebody that you're going to deliver the work 1 month. Meanwhile, the person is calling you. Now you they vex for the person, why they vex for you? That's bad character. Call spade a spade. So down to integrity, we need to have integrity as a point. I think it's even one of the last point, but you have to keep to your word. You have to keep to your word. So let's go down to the next one. We are looking at equipment management. I'll give a short story. I told someone working with us that we don't remove camera from camera and put inside the SD ports in a laptop to copy jobs. That if he does that, something is going to spoil. You shouldn't try it. The next day, I didn't go to the office for like 3 days. When I came, I noticed that what I said is the same thing he's doing. He ended up continuing to do, and that card became bad. This will also take us down to following instructions, which is one of the last points. But I'm going to speak on this. I will tell you for sure, because I don't think there's anybody that runs equipment management more than me in this town. I'm not bragging. I know equipment, what it does. To tell you how far I know equipment, I've been using one phone for 4 years. I've been using one phone charger. The one I came with phone is still the same one I'm using. I don't move it out from that position it is for no reason. Nobody can come and tell me that this my charger will leave where it is for any reason. So you have to carry at the back of your mind that your equipment or any equipment given to you is more important than the event you're going to cover. Okay, let's make statistics. Let's not be exaggerating. They call you to cover an event. They are paying you 500,000, or let's say they are giving you 1 million. The equipment taking that it costs to cover these events that we are now. You're doing 3 cameras, mixer, and all that. It's not 5 million. It's not 10 million. Is that why you go and be running around, be rushing, doing gallivanting because you want to? That's why you need to go to your event on time, so that you won't go and be spoiling your equipment, rushing, memory card, bed, and lens, boom, fall for ground. I'm going to give another reference why your equipment are more important than even the event you're going to cover. I cover different events. I'm not going to mention them. Many years ago, about 7 years ago, I was using my 1735 2.8 big lens, Nikon lens. Somebody, one of his friends, hit me while I was trying to snap the both of them, and the lens fell on the floor. It got damaged. My friend, only thing he told me was sorry. Didn't they expect picture? I gave them their pictures. So I have series of experiences that I have to let you know that your equipment you are using is more important. So you're supposed to have a snapshot of all your equipment before you go to work. When you're coming back, you look at that picture before coming back. You're supposed to, anytime you're holding your equipment, you have to hold it with care. You have to realize that if it does not work, you are stuck. And the most important part of we that are multimedia people is that don't ever forget the fact that you're not supposed to forget to carry memory card. If you carry like 50 million worth of equipment, you find out that you are useless without your memory card. You know what we do in this office now. We always go to work even with extra memory cards. Allah, am I lying? Because no matter the quality of equipment you go with, if your memory cards mess up, you are finished. So what we do for equipment management one, we ensure that before we leave our office, and that you should do, you check the memory cards and your systems and your cameras. If you are doing just small type 1, type 2, type 1, type 2, we just mess you up. So you need to have all your equipment. I'm not going to emphasize on this, but you can study how to maintain it better. But equipment are the live wire. So down to the next one, dress code. I have to let you all know, media people. Let me be more relaxed so that I'll talk to you in a very relaxed way. I have to tell you, all camera people, that we are supposed to be invisible for any event. When you go to events and you start looking like you are the celebrant, you dress too much or you underdress, you have messed up. And you have to carry at the back of your mind that being invisible, you have to put the color of the air, which is either white or gray, or you put on black. By default, media personnel, vendors, practitioners for events is black and black they wear. Then I noticed that we are doing a corporate job. We are not doing a layman job. Imagine some people are doing some events that we have gone to cover. They spent more than 50 million to organize. So they are calling us as an organization. They are calling us as a corporate entity. So that's why we put on white and black. I keep emphasizing it, especially new people that are coming to work here. They always have the issues of, or having issues of dress code. Some of them will tell you they don't have black shoe, they don't have this. That means you're not serious. Because if you really want to take yourself serious, you should know that when you go to bank, you're expecting to see well-dressed people. You see the bankers looking all polished, shaved, sharp. For your more emphasis, you have to realize that as men, you're supposed to barb before events. Look all good, your nails, you're supposed to cut it. No, you go to events, you look as if you just squeeze bitter leaf before that day with dirty fingernails. So it is necessary that we abide to any brand that we want to work with. And if you are running a brand or planning to do so, always emphasize on having your dress code, so that your company, your people that gave you the job, your clients are going to clap for you in their hearts. So that's that one. So to make the whole thing more conducive for us, we are going to go to the next one. Any comments, observation before we go? Because we are getting close to the end of our class. Wait, talk to the mic. You didn't mute it. You want to do that? We are going to, Jaja, you put this on. We're going to go to a short break after this man's speech. Yes, go on.
Okay, about equipment management, I noticed to be an equipment supervisor, it's somehow difficult at a point in time, because when you are covering an event, most of our team, because of maybe due to different location, you are going to meet the bride, the groom, different place. Sometimes I notice that some of our camera persons, we do forget some other things, around there. So at that point in time, to me, I'm also adding and pleading for the brand. Every person's, like for instance, if you're a photographer, you have we have an assistant, like somebody that helps you with the light and the rest. Now, the job of the photography assistant is to also checkmate if he or her is missing one or two equipment. despite the work of somebody that is placed to supervise the equipment in general. Because at the point in time, what I do is that I also come back, even despite him as check, I also come back to check the whole equipment. If we are missing out on a particular equipment. Because I noticed that when we went for a shoot like that somewhere, and we had somebody that was supposed to, the guy forgot the whole thing. And he even forgot his position as an equipment supervisor or anything. So at the point in time, I went back to the hotel and I saw some of these things. And you know the nature of our job. Some of these equipment are very, very expensive. I went back there and I picked all those things. So at the point in time, despite that, we have to come back to check the whole place, to check if we are missing out on something. So at that particular, thank you so much for this.
All right. In addition to that, I think each and every one of us, we have been, trying to make sure that no matter how is the holiness of the event, because sometimes we go to burial or wedding, we begin to run, to chase out, to just meet up to get our shots, in order for we to know, because we know that at the end of the day, everybody will be responsible for his shot, or if do well. So I think it's even good for we to have this, this seminar. And the thing just remember me now that it occurred to me that we need to have an equipment officer that his own will not even be like to hold light or to do anything. His own is to just make sure that it's, this is photographer, this is a video man. His own is to always monitor what you are putting for ground. How far? Are you using this one now? Okay. Let me put it for you, this and that. So we just need to have that very person stand by, because on a very good day, like what you just said, he said that at the end of the time, you always know that event that we are shooting, the equipment that we will take out is even more important than some events.
Not some, the whole event.
The whole event, because you have to in life, you have to you have to think of live and continue living. So the meaning is that your equipment, you need to think about not to shoot only this one. You need to think about we are shooting another one with that equipment. That's why I say we are buying too. So we just need to have somebody as an officer to that thing, that nobody will decide. He will be the one to make sure that everything is assigned to. Yeah, assigned to.
Okay, sorry. Let me add to what Mr. Ola and Cosmo. You're talking about having extra body to take care of in charge of the equipment. Yes. And at that point, this is where this coming. An event whereby you were paid 50,000 and you're working with a photographer and a videographer, and you're working with somebody that is assisting them with lights, holding light for both of them, and you are now having extra body. At that point, have you considered the disbursement of the pay you got? The expense. I think about that equipment management aspect. If you're going out with your own set of equipment, which what we are doing already, yeah. If you're going out with your own set of equipment, and this other person is going out with his own set of equipment, you should be able to know what you're going out with.
And what you want to use.
And what you want to use at the time. So I don't think adding extra body to a job whereby you're not properly paid. Well, we also need to check and balance.
Well said. Thank you very much. Let me start with Mr. Ola. Here we work as an organization coming together as a single unit. There is no big job that we go out to do that we don't make provision for that. Somebody is assigned. I do As in, I create different departments, different departments, some that people will not even know. Different departments to ensure that this thing. Sometimes I even create department for files. Okay, when the job comes back, who is copying the files to make sure that everything is complete. For jobs that are full-scale job, we are doing like multiple 5, 6, 7, or 10 cameras. It is necessary that if not, one thing or the other will lose. It is necessary that in some cases, even 2 equipment managers you're supposed to put on ground. One to be on the field, one to be in the office. So that's how it is done. Then for Mr. Chris, we all started from should I say gutter or from water? We all know how it is when you start or when you're doing a small job. Waiting to your hand, you hold am well. That camera right there with you, you hold am. Nobody will tell you. That one, they don't even go to school, you learn it from the streets. They don't need to tell you that if this is the equipment that you are carrying. And secondly, what you are carrying is even small, it's not big. Most times you go with maybe 5D Mark III or D750, 2 batteries and a charger, memory card, 1 light on top, 1 tripod. Is that what you need another person to come and hold for you? You don't need, only you know what you carry. We are talking of you coming out with 4 cameras, 5 cameras, 6, 10. That's when you need equipment manager. If only you, after you shoot, you can't go there, run around there. There's supposed to be somebody assigned. The equipment management is from 3 cameras. 2 is too even small. Sometimes we add it to make work easy for people. But from 3 cams, that's where you need equipment manager. The same thing that we are talking of is in the armed forces. You get for armed force, you get armorer officer. All the guns when they come out, all the tools. If one bullet is missing, he knows. He's the one responsible for. He takes inventory of what is going out. He takes inventory of what is coming in. And this is actually one of the most organized organizations on earth, the army. So we should learn that from them. So you said something. Remind me.
I said something that.
Okay, we talk about you need extra help.
Assistance
No, that I just cleared. Is when the event is mega. If it is 2, 3 cameras going out with few lights.
It was not I put up the matter before now, not that I say everybody know that when I go to event, all my things they hang up for my body throughout of that event.
So we have cleared that. So let's move on to the next one. We've looked at dress code, then we're also looking at listening, comprehension, and following instructions. Back to why we are here. We are here for orientation, ethics, and conduct for all professionals. But we are looking at our own industry, photography, video, media experts. Now, we're on to number 5 of the reasons why we are here, which is listening, comprehension, and following instructions. As a brand executive, I've learned it the hard way, where I'll say, okay, edit a video. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. I don't do anymore like that because no evidence. Telling somebody something, if you go to court, there is no way you can prove that that's what you told the person without any record of it. So that I can't do without WhatsApp as it stands now. Everything, you can be standing in front of me, I'll send you WhatsApp message.
That's evidence.
I'm sending you not only evidence, the reason why I need documentation of what I'm telling you to do is because I know that some people don't have retentive memory. And as they don't have retentive memory, they put it on their bosses and all that. If they mistake, They want to put it on you, the boss. I've experienced it numerous times. So, from an executive point of view, I think it is more ideal that we don't just spell out things to staff or people working with us verbally, unless there is a phone or there is a camera that is recording what we are saying. It is more ideal to spell it out as a text or WhatsApp, especially instructions that need to be taken not that day. You're telling somebody to do something, to do it tomorrow. When the person comes, the person must have forgotten some items in what you are telling him to do. So why are you telling him verbally? If you are telling him now, what I expect you to do is to tell the person to go and check his phone. You've sent a message. All instructions from bosses, organizations, heads, execs should be sent via email. Email is the most professional way of communicating. Followed by, we have WhatsApp and group chats and so many of them. I use WhatsApp a lot. Then for those that are working with as in heads of organizations, you have clients. You need to learn how to listen. If you're always having issues with your customer because they are saying you are supposed to do this and you did not do, or you're telling her it's a lie, you know that you have a problem. You need to work on your listening and comprehension capability. Because it's actually this set of people that made me. That now, I cannot send you an instruction with mouth most times, unless I know that you are doing it in front of me. Most of us, even me, as I am, if I don't listen to customers, I will have no customer. We have, and most of our customers, especially companies, it's individuals you always have issue with, because individuals, they do things. They don't have modus operandi. They don't have a particular pattern that is working, they use. They can just verbally tell you to do something. They will not do a comprehensive list of what they want. There are some jobs that we do that the customers, they give us mood board. Mood board is that they have pictures, list of pictures, how it's supposed to be that they want us to take. The number of pictures they take, the angle, they already spelled it out. It's serious, so.
You can't go against.
They are, before they even pay you, they are sending you mood board. This is what I want, how I want it. After much explanation. So you can be sued if you don't follow that instruction. So that is the best form of communicating what you want as a boss to people. Communications come first. If people that you are expecting to understand you, if you don't know how to communicate to them, then you have a problem. I'm sending Mr. Ola to go and snap. I'm sending him a list of what I want. If I don't want to enter problem, because me, I've noticed that I cannot go and I'm doing management. I cannot go and be snapping everywhere you see me, I'm snapping. I'm supposed to be doing management. I'm still technical person, I'm still snapping, I'm still doing video and all, but I know that in my organization, I'm a manager. So I should be able to communicate effectively to whoever I'm working with or whoever that is working with me. So if the right thing to do, if I want to send somebody to go and do a job, I'm supposed to send a brief of what I want, how I want it. Then I'm supposed to give the person the kind of equipment to ensure that the person does the job as I want. Then for them that are taking it, they need comprehension, as in understanding, listening, and comprehension. If somebody sends you something on WhatsApp, you're not able to imitate it, then there's something wrong with you. Sorry if it is offensive, but that's just it. Somebody don't list, say I need close-up of the bride, I need full shots, I need wide angle shot of her. I need that in 2 different beautiful locations. In that, they are giving you church, they are giving you hotel, they are giving you event center. The event center, there is indoor, there is outdoor. I need 2 different shots. On our second outfit, I need her full shot, I need close-up. I'm not telling you verbally, I'm telling you on WhatsApp message. We don't have any problem with that. Then another thing I need to talk before we move on is that all of you that are here, you're going to meet people that are difficult to work with, whether you like it or not. You are going to meet people that cannot communicate with you. Somebody wants to barb a hair. He's telling you that just make it fine. You make it fine, the person there is not what he wants. When somebody comes out there, he just wants a fine work, the person cannot communicate what he or she wants. For instance now, somebody wants me to snap her. He said, just do it, make it, I need fine picture. Trim my waist, I want to look sharp. It took like plenty cracking of my head to notice that she wants a very bright picture, that she wants even her neck everywhere to be totally bright. She doesn't want all those cinematic style where you darken some place, make some bright. For she to communicate to me, now problem, fight. I have to calm her down that we are customer, she's my customer. She don't need to vex. Let's see, let her communicate well. Then she managed to show me, look at the only effective communication she gave to me. She managed to send me a picture. I said, oh, if I just send this thing since now, this is even easier than all these plenty cinematic moves we are doing. So what I'm saying is that one of the essence of this class is that take this home. This is a $1 billion punchline I'm giving to you. You are going to meet very difficult people. People that cannot communicate what they want. As I'm talking to you, there are people that have not used Photoshop before that are teaching me how to edit picture. You edit what you want. That is not what they want. Some people, you have to realize that they don't want professional work. Some customers are more professional than you. They sabi the work pass you for their mind though. They know what they want. And you will always have issues if you continue arguing with them. Only thing that you need to do, you just need to see a sample or try to start now to create avenues or tricks or patterns to identify what they really want. But if people that you cannot really understand, just fall out with them. So that's just it. So let's go down to point 6. Before I start the point 6, I have to let you all know why we are here. We're here to effectively communicate with ourselves and for people to teach people how to communicate with us well via the use of orientation, ethics, and conduct necessary for event people. So we are on number 6, which is keep your mouth shut. We have a job we are doing for Baker Hughes now. Do you know that they gave us a non-disclosure agreement paper to sign? That if by any means their work go online or they see it on anybody's page or any of our staff or anything, they are going to take us down as an international agency. So why I'm saying this is that some of you here are not only working with us, you are working with other people. You need to learn how to keep your mouth shut so that you don't lose both ends. You work with a company A, and in fact, let me give another point. There are some people that are working, let me not go into that, it's private, it's private, I will not go into that. But I have to let you all know that if you're working with company 1, what you see in company 1, their style, their secrets, they don't want it to, if they start seeing it in the company that you're working for, they are likely to cut you off. And all because they don't want to look like bad people. They will not tell you why they are not calling you for a job again. Just because they don't want to look like, because it's actually bad now. How can you just cut me off? You're not talking to me, you're not calling to give me a job because, see, I expose your company's secrets. But that's the life wire of a company. And us that are brand executives, if you notice that whatever we are doing, we know that you are the one taking us out. We are showing you some secrets because we want you to grow. We want you to be able to apply it to our job when you are working. But if we notice, like me, if I notice that I'm working with you, what I'm doing, I start seeing with other people that you are working with. If I don't cut you off, I'll be withholding some information that will help you. So it is necessary that we learn to keep our mouth shut. And Chris has something to say.
Okay, talking about keeping your mouth shut, I think in every sector, there is what we call copyright. In every organization, mostly even in the photography business, there is copyright. I think I have choice, either to take the job or to leave the job, because I am not selling my creativity, but I'm offering you a service. So if you're telling me that I can actually sell my creativity too, if I want to. So it is my choice to either take the job or to let go of the job.
That is very clear. So let's move on to the next one. We've talked about 7, which is integrity and goodwill. You need to be, even if you're a bad person, you need to be a good man while relating with people. If not, you will not be in business for long. Even if you're a bad person, you need to be good to people. In fact, you need to be good to people than they are good to you in business. Then we're talking about language and politeness. I have a situation that, first, I have to let you all know, those are English speakers, to know that the means of communicating with customers is English, not pidgin English. When you start speaking pidgin English in front of customers, you're automatically telling them that you're not a professional. Psychologically, they're telling you as a Jonesy man. Let's put it down in all those street way of talking. So you need to tailor your English, and you don't be vulgar, and don't put all these your street slang, all these who goes you, oh you did Jones, you did all those things. Don't bring all those Port Harcourt vibe to a corporate job. You need to be polite. About politeness, I had something that stretched me to my elastic limit, but I was still polite because I noticed that the customer that brought me is a polite person and a very elite person for a job. I went to cover an event and they were doing the makeup, and they spent like 2 hours doing makeup. When they were done, it was my turn to start doing my thing. So I cleared the place, took my client. One lady was coming to drag my customer that she's getting late, let's start going to. Meanwhile, they paid for a service that they enlisted pictures that they want to be gotten as soon as the makeup is done. You know, when the makeup is done, that's when the woman is fresh. So if you don't take it after the makeup, after the church service and all, you start seeing breakings in the makeup and all. So I was supposed to do my shoot that morning. This woman came and blocked me. Okay, she was trying to block me. Me, I was already there, so I'm the one blocking her. She wanted to take her away. I said, let's just do it. If you see the insult this woman gave me, that will never make it in my life. Now this camera I'm just carrying, if you see insult, they don't insult you before. Me, the woman brought me. She was telling me that I will never, that she, not insult, she cursed me. She was lucky that she didn't call my mama. Maybe that one I will lose her. I will lose the anger for her body. This woman insulted me to pieces. I believe that my customer, because of the relationship she has with her, she allowed her rided on me, but in her heart I know that she was sympathizing with me. She was telling me to. But I was actually doing it with my customer. I was on my own because nobody supported me. They were photographers. Hey, this woman ran insult on me. And it became worse when she realized that everybody was saying, let her take some few shots now before she go to church. So it's seeming like, a lot of people don't like to be won, whether they don't like a situation where they are not the one winning. So she was disappointed that people were still saying that at least let her take some shots. Even if she was doing the wrong thing, but if you see insult, the one that got me annoyed, I was forced to apologize to her. She said she's that kind of person that I just want to apologize to her so that she will not be disturbing me. It is not like me. It is in this business I'm doing this. One-on-one, you talk to me, I'll talk to you back. The woman so the bottom line is that we should know that our personal life is different from our business life. The woman I met in person, that is the only day I have to meet her. After that day, she's not going to see me, I'm not going to see her. So why waste my energy exchanging words with her or try to be right or wrong when I'm there to do business? So I was clear, I was polite. But what annoyed me as the kind of person I am is that I had to even apologize. And Chris will not do that kind of thing. I had to go as far as apologizing that sorry. Even when I was apologizing, she was saying this thing. I see Jesus. I said, this woman. Hey. Why are we meeting in this kind of place now? So look at the quality of customers I have that were present. It would have been shameful that I start showing anger or insulting her or talking her or messing her up. But the extent this man pushed me, some people would have lost control, temper. So, do you have something to say?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sony, if I'm putting 1.2 f-stop lens on Sony, is that 1.2 I'm putting it on? If you're a professional shooting, you know that will not allow you to shoot less than 2.8. But I'm shooting 1.2, 1.4, and my picture is crystal sharp. Normal DSLR camera cannot achieve that. So we have to realize that we need to improve. If not, the people that you're doing business with, you think they love you. They will leave you when they find somebody better than you. And who are the people? What's that? Who are the people better than you? There are people that are learning more than you. The business now, the competition is not in having equipment. It is not in the business. It's not on you. Now you pray pass. You're the one that goes to church pass. That's not it. The number one thing that will keep you ahead is being able to update yourself. Look at WhatsApp, look at Facebook, look at Instagram. They're updating every day, not some days. Every day they're updating their systems. So if you don't want to be obsolete, if you want to remain relevant, you need to. And the worst part is that you become difficult to work with when you're not learning what is new. You become, person will be explaining, let's do like this, let's do, and some of us, because of pride, somebody will be telling us the right thing to do. You'll be arguing. You'll be bringing ancient and modern pattern. So it is ideal that all of us, even me, I'm not just telling you, advising you, I'm not a school teacher. I will never be a lecturer that will tell you what to do that doesn't know how to do it. I've tested it. I've used Nikon. I've used Sony. I've used Leica. I've used all the cameras. Mirrorless is better than DSLR. Not only for video, including pictures. I don't need to put my eye inside camera and snap. I'm not putting it inside my eye, but I'm getting a sharper picture than somebody that is struggling. I shoot 1.4 on Nikon D750 or D780. It's not as sharp as when I shoot even an aperture that is harder to control, like 1.4 or 1.2. It's still sharper on Sony or any mirrorless. Look at Lightroom. They have added a feature where you can just change the background with just a button. Photoshop, we have the generative fill. There are new tools. Now, look at this inside the video editing now you're talking of. Everybody is using Premiere Pro. There is one video I wanted to export. It was not allowing me to even import it on Premiere Pro. It was small new software that is trending by all these TikTokers, CapCut, phone users, the one for desktop version. That's what I was able to use to export that video. So you try new tools, you update, you try to do new stuff. So, do we have any question? Okay, so the last one, but not the least, which is the end of the day. I have to let you know, people out there, this is sad. This is sad and this is reality. I have to tell you this. We are all dispensable, and we are really dispensable no matter how good we are. If you're doubting me, you can go and look at the greatest men in history. At some point, people left them. Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, at some point has to go and do surgeries here and there. There are some circles that he was not accepted because he was a black man, despite how good he is. So I'm telling all of us this because as you're learning and you're becoming, I'm teaching or telling people to be masters, go and learn, update yourself in various fields. But you have to carry in mind that as you're learning and you're becoming so good, if you are not careful, you start giving bad attitude because you feel even if I disappoint him today, he will still call me tomorrow. This is the reason why stars in Nigeria don't remain stars. Once they go blow, they start coming down. Because first thing you notice, pride don't come in. You start collecting 3 shows in one day and you're not able to meet the 2, even 2, it's only one you can go. You start disappointing, before you know it, you don't be Sky B. Nobody is calling you again. You start now blackmail. And people as if when you were up there and counted to 4,000 people you met. So you have to realize that no matter how you when you show up, you are supposed to be meditating. to be on the ground, doing jobs, working, doing ourselves, making ourselves happy, not buying this car, living luxury. So that's the last one, but before I go, I have a bonus for you all, which is responsibleness. And there are top 10 irresponsible behavior by vendors or camera people, especially at events. I'm going to give a rundown, no explanation. Number 1, dancing at events. The cameraman, they go dance for events. One planner called me that, not called, I met her at an event. She told me, I told her about one photographer I like. She told me that she cannot call that guy for work. There was one point that guy was the #1 in this country, as in he was everywhere. I said, why now? Why are you talking down on my fellow photographer like that? She said, that one. Now you will call him for event. The event we called him to come and do. We were supposed to call you for that work, but we didn't call you because we felt he's better than you, he's more popular that period, he's everything. So we called this guy. This guy drank he didn't drink past even as if the drink they brought was for him. Drink high, dance, sweat, looking useless. Now me call even they sympathize on his behalf, say make she no vex. Sitting down, you are at work, something is going on, you are sitting down. Pressing phone, wrong. Womanizing or manizing. You can find your wife at events, but you should not be seen randomly looking for girls to shake. Or, you understand? At least you should give yourself some respect because you never can tell who is watching at you. Drinking alcohol, blocking guests with your cameras. This one is very important. If you have your way, buy or rent a long lens. Because event is going on. The people in high table, you're using your camera to stand in front of them. How will they see what is going on? And they are the ones that are supposed to, at some point, they will call chairman of occasion to come and give speech about what he has seen so far, or bless the couple. Meanwhile, you don't use your equipment to block chairman of occasion. Whenever they start tapping you, that bros, you are blocking us, know that you are messing up. If you're using a long lens, to allow you, like General Ola used to do, use long lens from far. Let them not see you taking your shot. You understand? So you avoid blocking guests with your camera, especially for live events. Like people paid 5 or 10K to attend a Basket Mounts event or AY Live, and you're using your camera. I know that it's actually cheap lens that will make you to go and block people. The cheap lens now, all these 50mm, 35. You use your 400mm, 500mm from far. You even get more better picture than those running all around like rats in front of the event. So fighting or creating scene is the worst anyway. So we are done for the day. Those that were able to stay by and see how this thing have gone, we thank you for being an audience. We did this, like as you all see, we did this not for only ourselves. There's no way that you say you attend this class that you will not learn 1 or 2. This material cannot be seen anywhere online, and neither was this material gotten from internet. It is from experiences from someone like us, especially me, that has been in the business for more than a decade. So I'm grateful and I thank you for being part of this event. So another essence we did this was to also test our ability to do podcasts. We have a lot of equipment for this, and we also want to use it to check our capacity in doing live podcasts at our studio. And we hope to do better next time. But for now, we have to call it a day.
Thank you.
Jaja, cut.